Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
What episode are we on now? 20 yet?
You know what? Yeah, I think this is 20.
Feels like 20.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Dub. Let's go.
Yeah, we get there. All right. So today we're going to be talking about all the snitches in the rap game getting paid, and nobody cares anymore, man.
Yeah. Before we get to that, man, snitches. I might become a snitch.
What you mean?
I woke up this morning. Do you have a Ring doorbell?
No.
I just got one. Today.
Right.
I woke up this morning and I looked outside my door. I got a pumpkin last weekend. This fucking pumpkin was smashed on my fucking doorstep. Just smashed.
Right.
So some kid this morning went to my door and fucked my shit up. So I decided to get one of those fucking doorbell camera things.
Yeah, I was just talking to my landlord. He came here on Saturday and told me to get one.
Yeah, I've been holding off because I don't really like those things. I feel like they see too much. And
yeah.
I don't want to be a snitch, but these motherfuckers violated me. So I'm going to find out who the fuck did that shit. I'm about to get 2 pumpkins.
Right.
And see if I can bait the motherfuckers to my door.
Oh, most definitely.
See what I see.
But speaking of pumpkins, you heard about Terrell Pryor, right?
Terrell Pryor, the football player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's about to go to jail. So his girl stabbed him and all that shit. He reduced the charges. He didn't press charges. So now, I guess they was at a club. And I guess he didn't want to leave or she didn't want to leave. So they was throwing pumpkins at each other.
Pumpkin fight? What? I've never heard of that fruit being used for a fight.
I mean, this whole pumpkin thing kind of goes in with our theme because your Ring doorbell is about to be a snitch, and Terrell Pryor is being a snitch. His girl being a snitch. I mean, like, it got to be crazy where you're calling the cops because the nigga threw a pumpkin at your ass, nigga.
Where were they at where they have a pumpkin nearby to be able to have a pumpkin fight?
Nigga,
pumpkin patch?
They're fucking decorating shit. Look right behind you. Everybody decorating with fucking pumpkins and shit. So I guess they was at a club. And they had pumpkins outside. I don't fucking know. That's what the shit said.
And that's what they decided to throw at each other.
But she pressed charges on that nigga. And he about to go to jail. And she stabbed his ass. But you know what?
Shit.
The crazy thing is,
damn.
Now, I've never dated a Spanish chick. But they're saying that is normal.
What, pumpkins? Oh, stabbing.
Stabbing and just craziness.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
I can say it's true.
Yeah. Welcome back to an episode of Just My Thoughts.
What's happening?
Double pressed. All right, so snitches in the rap game. And I've been listening a lot to what's that? Chatty House Clubhouse with Whack 100.
Oh, you on that now?
No, I mean, I'm not on it.
You hear the highlights online.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is, everybody's mad, and I'm glad you want to do this segment because the thing that irritates me a little bit, then I'm just gonna say this and get your thoughts. 6ix9ine snitched. He said, "I'm a snitch. I'm a rat. I don't give a fuck. Whatever." But Whack 100 is making a pretty good point. Jim Jones was on a federal wiretap talking about committing crimes, but he's not in jail.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
For you to not be in jail and you did some serious crimes, you must have done some cooperation at some point, somewhere down the line. It's not just going to just be, oh, well, sorry, misunderstanding. You're free to go. There had to be some deal. It had to have some kind of deal in place. It's just the only way. A nigga's not going to just be free if he did some fucking illegal shit.
I agree, but I could be wrong. But from what I'm seeing in the rap game nowadays, if you was solidified in the streets and did some shit, it seems like that overrides the snitching allegations. I mean, you look at Jim Jones, right? Mm-hmm. You look at Fat Joe. Like, even what the shit that Whack 100 is doing, even though technically he's not the snitch, but he's riding for a snitch, which is 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
So it depends on, like, how deep you were in the streets and what you did. It will override the snitching allegations, even if there's proof that you did do that. Right?
It also comes down to how much proof they have. Like, if it's just some word of mouth type of shit and there's no real evidence, it may not stick to him.
Right.
But with Jim Jones, I mean, I think there's some more shit coming, like an interview or some shit, right?
I don't know,
somebody
man.
that knows Jim Jones. I think I saw something.
Yeah, it was. I actually listened to it, maybe 30, 40 seconds, but something came up at work.
Yeah.
Whack 100 was on there with Jim Jones' cousin. I think Whack 100 was the one that did, I don't know if it's an interview or what, but he talked to him.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. From what I heard, he was pretty much like, yeah, that nigga snitched.
His cousin said that shit?
Yeah.
Why? Why would his cousin come out there and put his cousin like...
Nigga, are you fucking serious? It's
like
2021. Clout is a hell of a fucking drug. If you can come out and lie on a family member or say some crazy shit just to get some clicks...
What credibility does the cousin have? Like, how close was he to Jim to know what's going on?
Honestly...
Niggas have cousins everywhere.
Nigga, honestly, I don't think the cousin has any credibility at all. I think just because he is Jim Jones' cousin, then everybody's like, oh shit, it's Jim Jones' cousin. It must have some validity to it. You know what I'm saying?
But at the beginning, I would imagine he had to establish his credibility and why he would be, trusted to have this information. Like, did they have any questions? Like, who are you? What you know about Jim?
I'm going to be honest with you,
blah,
Mike.
blah, blah, blah.
I didn't listen to the whole thing. Like I said, something came up, but I mean, I don't really think it matters anymore. I think now, if the allegation is out there, you're already kind of fucked.
Unless you have the street credibility, like you say.
Well, yeah.
Because they've been talking about Jim and all this shit for months. And
I mean, they've been talking about Jim Jones being a snitch for years.
Nothing's really changed.
Yeah.
I actually think that Jim's reputation has improved. If he's been talking about being a snitch for years, his career is not taking a hit. He's actually the leader now of the Dips.
I would have to say so. All right. Fat Joe.
Right.
Now, I was bored and I listened to the whole hour and 45 minutes on my ride home of Fat Joe explaining the shit. Somebody posted some fake paperwork, who it came from, where it came from.
So it's fake.
The paperwork is fake.
Okay.
But the allegations are real, according to Fat Joe.
Okay.
And he was like, excuse me, I guess he was locked up with some people or some shit like that. And I guess they're still locked up and he's out or some shit. And it was just, it was a lot of shit. So has the snitching hurt Fat Joe?
Hell no. Are we talking about because the shit came to light recently? Has it hurt him since the new allegations from old shit have come out the last few months?
I'm just talking about in general because this has been going on for years that he was snitching.
Well, then hell no. Same with Jim. Like, his career has continuously gone up. It's been going up.
But I think with Fat Joe, it's that nigga Cuban Links. Like, he's the ringleader of a lot of this shit. Because it was posted on his page that he gave it to somebody else, and then he just kept on reposting the shit.
Okay.
All right, so that's Jim Jones. That's Fat Joe.
Joe Crack.
All right, let's go to the king, Tekashi.
The king.
Has it the king of snitching?
Okay.
I was called him the king of anything else, my nigga. Honestly, since the snitching, it seemed like his shit have went up as well.
Yeah, man. Like, honestly, he changed the rules to me because I really didn't think that he would have anything when he came back out of jail from snitching on everybody that he was with. I didn't think he would have any career. I didn't think we'd ever see him again. But this nigga's out in public on his own, no security. I mean, limited security,
right?
Performing, touring, making videos, making albums and shit. Like everything's just the way it was, and he's certified. There's no like alleged shit with him. He is documented snitch.
Yeah,
100%.
he says it like I'm a snitch. His first video when he got out of prison was him. He had the rat emoji. He's like, "Ha ha, I'm free." Like, that nigga don't give a fuck.
Right. So I don't think snitching hurt his career. I think what may hurt his career is his content may hurt his career. I don't think that he's putting out quality music. So after a while, niggas gonna get tired of him yelling. So I think that might just be the only thing. I don't think that his sales are impacted. Like there is a piece of it that he's kind of blackballed a little bit. Right. So that does play a part. But
do you think that Whack 100 is going to help him in any way though? Because according to Whack and DJ Academics, Whack was saying all this shit. So Tekashi was pretty much like, look, I got this amount of money I could give you. Mm-hmm. If you can break through me being blackballed, the money's yours.
Mm-hmm. That's the deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whack 100 right now is saying that he has a certain amount of money like that he's getting Tekashi right now.
Yeah.
Like he's saying it.
Right. I saw that.
Is it backfiring on Whack 100 a little bit?
Why would you say that? Like
he said that the baby pressed him. Big U is going at him. What's that little tiny southern nigga everybody's scared of? Okay. Like he's going at him too. So it's almost like he's not blackballed by the industry, but he's blackballed by some niggas that kind of control the industry. You understand what I'm saying? So it could backfire. But I guess at the same time, what I heard, he was on Clubhouse again, and he was like, I'm not a rapper. Mm-hmm. You know, like I'm in the street for real, so I'm getting my money. Y'all not stopping me from making my money, so y'all can say what y'all want about me.
Right. I don't know if it's backfiring, because like I said before, I never really heard of this nigga until all this stuff has been going around. I really don't know what the fuck he's about, but now he's out here, like.
But Mike, I don't understand how you never heard of that nigga. Though. I mean, we was both on listening to the game.
I'll say I heard of him, but I never really paid him attention. Like I seen his name a lot.
Nobody ever knew who he was.
Yeah, I just knew his name
until he punched that nigga Snitches in the face and knocked him out.
Now all of a sudden, I know who he is. I hear his voice. He's in the news every week.
He's like Chatty Patty, yeah.
Every week. Before I just seen his name, like it's a weird name. Okay, what the fuck is his? Why is whatever? But now he's like known. He's getting money.
Right.
Seems like it's helping to me. Bad publicity, good publicity is all making him money.
All right. I'm a go in a different direction.
Okay.
Snitching is not frowned upon as much as it was. Right? Would you agree?
I would agree.
Okay.
Yes.
So with that being said, then the streets is different as well then.
Yeah. That's
so,
true.
I mean, it was, go back to Clubhouse, it was Trick Daddy and Whack 100 having a conversation. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how any street niggas listen to Trick Daddy after he said he get ate out with his legs in the air and shit.
The booty game. Wow, wow, wow.
But this is the crazy thing, right? What Trick Daddy is saying is it wasn't a phone tap. That nigga saying that Jim Jones was actually wearing the wire.
Whoa. How he know that?
I don't know. But Whack 100 was agreeing with him. He was like, yeah, nigga. And they're saying all this shit is public record. And that's one thing that I haven't done. I've listened to all the interviews. I haven't went on and actually pulled it up.
Either, yeah.
So I guess maybe we need to do that.
True.
But on our cover that you created, you had Rick Ross on there. Is Rick Ross a snitch, or was he in the job where he talked to snitches? Because he was a correctional officer. Technically, he didn't tell on nobody, right? But I guess in the origins of the snitch community, the rap, that's if you were working for the cop.
I think that's worse.
You want
honestly.
ops.
He's he's the source of niggas getting in trouble.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't a cop. He was a correctional guard.
Correctional.
But
he's correcting behavior.
But nigga, I mean,
I don't know what he did there.
Correctional officers in prisons are crooked as fuck. You know that, right?
Could be.
Now, I saw an interview. This was the height of him and 50's beef, right? I forgot who was interviewing him. I forgot who it was, but it was somebody big, and they asked him, whatever. And the nigga Rose was like, the OG told me to do this. That nigga, you know, Ross never take off his glasses, but he took off his glasses and looked directly in the camera and said the OG told me to do this, and I did it. Mm-hmm. And I listened to his book, his audio book, and he you know, put that in his book as well. So you put him on a cover because you think that his job is worse than a snitch.
Yeah, I mean, how can you don't think being a correctional officer is not at least on the same level as being a snitch? You don't think so? Or
I feel like if he was a cop, yeah. But prisons are fucked up. Most of the drugs that come in through prisons are smuggled by correctional officers. Most of the correctional officers sometimes are more crooked than the motherfucking niggas in jail, in prison.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm just saying that because I fuck with Ross music. But
me too.
At the same time, like, I just feel like, you know, correctional officers are crooked as fuck. So I think that's why he got a pass.
Cops are crooked too.
Cops are crooked too. Yes, you're right. But at the same time, I think that cops are really frowned upon and correctional officers get a little bit more respect because of what they can do.
I feel you. And it's hard to say exactly what he was doing in those days. Like, I always kind of thought about, yeah, he's probably just, you know, doing this to be an inside person, to do to get shit done inside.
Because if you really think about it, okay, Mike, let me say this, right? You had his baby mother that, you know, 50, Tia, right? That 50 came out with and did all that shit. Other than his baby mama, nobody has came out in Miami and questioned his gangster at all. The only person that did that shit was his baby mama, but she was talking more about like him not taking care of his kids. And 50 smothered her out, and now she, you know, she all fucked up. Right. But nobody ever, I mean, there was niggas that came out questioning Jay-Z's street credibility, like Pooh Shiesty's, all these niggas questioning him, saying, oh, he ain't real. But nobody from Miami have ever questioned Rose. So I'm pretty, if he snitched or if he was doing some fuck shit, he would have got called out on it though, right?
I feel like if he did some well, it depends on what you mean by fuck shit. I feel like if he did some shit to help niggas in prison, that statute of limitations should be up by now for him to be clean about what his intentions were. It seems to me the reason why I have my reservations on what he was about is because he denied even being in that position for a long
the picture
time.
Came out. Yeah.
Exactly. So why was you doing that? Why didn't you just own up to you was doing this because you know niggas said they wanted you to be in that position to make sure you were able to facilitate different things being given or messages or whatever the fuck he was doing in there.
I'm going to tell you this. 50 is very calculated at what he does. Right? And the only person that I've ever won against him was Rose. So that means that Rose will have to be more calculated in his response in what he did, right? So maybe that's why he didn't come out and just say some shit right away. I guess he wanted to see, you know, if he had to do damage control, how much it would hurt him and everything like that. Now, this several years later, and people are still talking about it in his comments, Officer Ricky.
Yeah.
But this nigga has, 30 acres of land that used his mansion for Coming to America Part 2. The Pacquiao fight. You saw his brand on Pacquiao. So nothing is hurting him at all. And honestly, you consider him worse than a snitch, right? I get that. But out of all the people we just named that are so-called snitches, nobody has a more illustrious career and more money and more investments than Rose.
That's a whole different argument, and you're right. He has the most success, but I don't know if that could be Snitches Get Riches, like the title.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see who else you had. Okay, T.I.
Okay.
I like T.I., right?
Mm-hmm.
I really do. But Crime Stoppers,
yes,
they raid your shit, and you got all them guns, all that shit.
Yeah.
Now look, I fuck with T.I., right?
Yeah.
But this is one story where I knew from jump that he snitched.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Had to.
Because that shit doesn't happen.
Nah.
And another reason is T.I., he can talk. He real smooth with his words.
Yeah.
But when, I forgot, he was on a Breakfast Club, I think, and they was talking to him, and his words never get twisted like that.
Oh.
So, out of all the snitching allegations, I do believe he snitched.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, his situation was worse than Jim Jones well, I don't know, but almost.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean,
yeah, because Jim Jones just had, like, on a federal wiretap talking shit about super violating somebody, a.k.a. murder niggas. And this nigga had hundreds and hundreds of illegal guns, and he was a felon already.
Yeah, he was. That should have put him away. He should be gone now, right now.
Yeah. And I don't even think he went to, like, a hardcore prison either.
He did time? He did, like, any time?
Yeah, he did go to jail, but he didn't stay in there that long.
Right. Okay.
Who else did you have on that cover?
Ricky, T.I.
So I guess we could just say that the shit is just over as far as snitching hurting people. So yeah, we talked about everybody. T.I., Rick Ross, Fat Joe, Tekashi, and Jim Jones.
It's a different game, man. It doesn't matter anymore. And I mean, I wouldn't say it doesn't completely matter anymore, but it would take a lot for it to matter. I don't know what it would take. Maybe like just having no excuse. Like there's no real reason. Like all these situations we talked about, there's like an explanation, except for T.I. I mean, even him, he was trying to, avenge his bro. What's his name, man? He has a song about him every album, like I think it's Doe or something like that. He was trying to like get revenge the murder of his man. So he got guns because niggas was gonna come after him next. I understand his story, but
I know the guy you talk about.
Yeah. So, but everybody else, I don't know. They all have a reason. Tekashi has his reasons. Niggas was trying to kill him, kidnap him, extort him. Fat Joe, what's his reasons? I don't even know Fat Joe's excuse. I might have to put him on the list.
You know what? I don't even know the whole story behind him. I know a lot of people posted the paperwork, which turned out to be fake.
Right.
But I think the only two people on that cover that is proof, either paperwork, they admitted it, or we hear it, is Jim Jones, Tekashi, and T.I. Everyone else, I guess this is more snitches than what we had on the cover. But the most infamous snitch that, like I said, when I said what you did in the streets outweighs the snitching, Alpo.
Right.
And Alpo get much love in the streets. You would think that as much love as people here had for Rich Porter, and he killed him and he snitched on niggas, I mean, you would think that would be like double niggas after him. But I guess they know that he's a bully and they would have to really go through him. And, I know the podcast is not that big, but I hope this don't get back to Alpo. But I do think that he's kind of protected a little bit. Because think about it. You do that shit, you're an informant, and you come out and you got all this money, driving around in cars that's not released yet.
Yeah.
Drop top in the hood?
Yeah, we touched on this before. It is a little suspicious that he's out here living so comfortable after doing what he did.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, look, more power to him, do what you do, but that shit just a little strange to me for real,
I was just looking at a list, top 10 alleged rap snitches, and we talked about 50, but we didn't talk about him.
Snoop is on there.
He's not on this list.
Really?
But I know what you're talking about.
Right.
But 50 is on this list. For snitching on Irv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said that paperwork is real. I don't know.
Right.
But it's been alleged. It's been alleged.
So I don't know, man.
So who else? 50.
50's on his list. Lil Cease is on his list, snitching on Lil Kim. They had a trial in I kind of remember this. They had a trial in 2005. Conspiracy.
Yeah, little Kim went to jail over that shit.
Yeah. So, because he testified, she went to prison for perjury and conspiracy to lying for a year
because she didn't snitch.
Yeah. So, but he didn't really have a career. So I guess that really didn't impact his career because he didn't have one.
Right.
Cam's on his list for snitching on. I don't know.
Cam
says he was on 60 Minutes doing the no snitching, but there's documents saying Killer ran from the police and filed a police report. Ran to the police and filed a police report after a group of men put their hands on him during a basketball game against the Rucker game.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
And wasn't that when Jim Jones was saying that he dipped out and Jim Jones took the L for that?
Yeah, that is the game.
Right.
Was Fat Joe there at that game?
I believe so, because didn't Fat Joe have a team versus somebody else's team?
I think he was there.
Yeah. Huh? I believe so. It is on video, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Capone snitched on Killer Black. Allegedly, everybody. But he's on the list for snitching on Havoc's brother.
But wasn't niggas trying to say that Prodigy was a snitch too?
I don't know.
That shit sound. I don't know his name, man. Why his name was popping up in my head over that shit? But I think somebody tried to allege that shit. But some allegedly, like Mike said, but some of these snitches is dangerous, man. Because the guy that killed Nipsey, they say he was a known snitch in the streets, and that nigga came back when Nipsey said, "I ain't fucking with snitches." He came back, shot the nigga in the head.
Mm-hmm.
So shit is wild in the streets, man.
There's a list that has Drake on the list. That he got robbed in his hometown, and he went to the cops and cooperated and told who robbed him.
Well,
what do you think about that?
It's Drake. Like we discussed a couple podcasts ago, Drake is Teflon Don. Nothing can hurt him. And honestly, it sounds like something Drake would do.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, I don't think he would lose any clout doing that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No one's expecting him to go run after these niggas and shoot him or anything.
Well, if you listen to his music, he's like mob ties and I can get you killed and shit like that. I mean, but speaking of snitches, I mean, niggas been snitching in their music for years, and the police are using music. Matter of fact, I was just watching the First 48.
Mm-hmm.
And you know them niggas in Jacksonville, how they do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're familiar with Jacksonville, but they kill each other and they make songs about it. So, dude made a song about killing his op.
Okay.
Saying, yeah, you're not going to see your kid anymore. You're not going to see your daughter. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to shoot that bitch too.
Crazy.
But you know the crazy thing? He made the song after he shot the nigga.
Yeah.
So he legit.
Confession.
Dude was getting on, and he killed. And his cousin was getting on a bus in Florida. Dude came up to him close range and just shot the nigga in the back of the head 2 times. Tried to kill his cousin, but his cousin survived. And the shit is so bad where this nigga went into hiding. His mom said, I heard what you're doing in the streets. You got to go.
Right.
Kicked him out the house, and they went murdered his friend, murdered his uncle because they couldn't get through to him. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And the reason I bring this up because the snitching is his cousin didn't want to talk to the police at first.
Mm-hmm.
But then after the name circulated in the streets, then he came out and said, yeah, he did shoot me.
Okay.
So that's my next question.
Uh-huh.
The streets know shit, right?
Right.
So the cops come to you first and they want to talk to you. They want you to give up information.
Mm-hmm.
You say no.
Mm-hmm.
But then once the streets get that out and then the cops got some names, you go back and talk to the cops after they already have the name. You just confirming it. Is that still considered snitching?
Yeah.
It is.
Gotta be.
All right. I mean, I know it is, but I'm just saying, like, it's just funny seeing that shit in real time where he didn't want to talk to him until after the dude's name was out. So he just went and confirmed it, even though the police already knew, you know?
Yeah, but doing that confirmation helps the police.
Yeah.
So it's snitching.
I mean, yeah, I guess, man, it just don't matter anymore.
It doesn't. For the most part, it doesn't matter. I can't see, yeah, these days it doesn't matter. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay. All right, what about this? I think we came to the conclusion, we both agreed. If your shit in the streets was powerful and potent, that shit will overshadow your snitching allegations.
Yeah.
If you're a big artist, that shit will overpower.
Okay, right.
You're an artist trying to come into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Your name is not that big. Your street credibility is not certified.
Right.
Will it hurt them?
It will. It'll stop them, definitely,
right,
in their tracks. Like, this new nigga just out here just telling on people. He has no real, like, fan base. Just out here doing his thing brand new. Yeah, it's going to hurt his career before he even gets taken off. At least these other people have had a past and they have, proved themselves. But if somebody new, yeah, it's not gonna go through.
But yeah, man, snitches get riches.
Indeed.
There's never been a truer statement. Yeah, niggas is snitching and they go to celebrities like let's see. Tekashi went to Whack. Jim Jones went to Big U. And 50 went on to produce some fire-ass shows, which is, it's crazy.
Speaking of snitches, goddamn. R. Kelly.
He about to let the cat out the bag, nigga. I saw that shit.
Yeah.
Do you believe that that's true, though?
I think he probably knows some people.
I'm going to tell you this. What's going to happen? Like, what's that one nigga that knew the secrets and he ended up dead in prison?
Oh, shit. Fine. What's his name?
I forgot his name. But
rich dude.
Yes. Now we gonna know the truth. If that nigga Jerry, I don't know, but we're gonna know the truth. If our what's up, Juju? If I didn't know you was down here the whole time, you heard me talk all that shit. Oh God, I'm gonna have to pray. But nigga, R. Kelly, if that's true, he gonna end up dead in prison.
I mean, I don't know. He's got a hero, R&B, king of R&B. Even though he fucked little girls, even though he had relations with young females,
right.
it might be a problem for him snitching.
But you okay, nigga?
I don't think that anyone would have messed with him I don't think anyone would have messed with him. They would have been like, nigga, saying something, nigga. That might have been the worst of got.
But double standards, or I don't even know if double standards is the right term, right? So YouTube shut down all R. Kelly.
Epstein?
Yes, Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right. I said Jerry, I'm goofy. But all right. YouTube shut down all R. Kelly YouTube channels, right? Mm-hmm. But on the YouTube streaming services, you can still stream his music.
Right.
So I guess, okay, we're not going to make as much money from people viewing his videos as we are from their streaming. Mm-hmm. If wrong is wrong, if canceled is canceled,
it should be all the way out of there.
All the way.
Yeah. I feel you. I wondered the same thing. Like, why is he still available at any like level? Should be all the way gone, but no.
The world is a very weird place.
But if they would have done that, his albums, like physical copies of the albums, would have went through the roof. Like,
but they already saying that. They're already saying since he got found guilty, his streaming is out of this world.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
And we talked about this before, nigga. Like, there was a country singer that went the fuck off, was like, nigger this, fuck niggers, black people suck, all that. Mm-hmm. I think a couple of days after that, and nobody even heard of that nigga before. Mm-hmm. But after that, he was number one on the country charts, number one on like iTunes, everything. Mm-hmm. Nigga, you and I talked about this when I asked, is there any such thing as bad publicity? Fucking with little kids is almost like the worst thing. Well, in the world we live in now, is the worst thing. And being homophobic and transphobic.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly is accused of messing with little kids, and his streaming numbers went up. We are living in a world where there's no such thing as a bad thing. There is, but you're always going to have those fans to support you, and those fans that, well, people that don't know too much and just going to go check out your music because you're trending.
Yeah, like
that shit
I
is
think
wild.
Part of it is like, man, let me hear these songs again to see if I can see what he was really talking about. Is you talking about some little girl or not? Because a lot of songs hit different. You think about them now, feeling on your booty, down low, trapped in the closet. All those shits, like, what were you talking about, really? You're trapped in that closet because you wanted to mess with some little boys,
nigga.
Bridget the midget, is that a little girl?
Nigga, I don't know, man. We just live in a very crazy place. But
oh my God, a robber.
All right, but look, Rolo Beats, guys, is my brother.
Rolo,
and I just want to play a beat. Now, this is from scratch. He's not using any samples, straight from his brain.
Uh-oh.
Let's go real quick.
That's the kind of beat that you would use if you was about to go to jail for like a long time.
Yeah, reflecting.
Yeah.
That's the thing about RJ. I guess when he get in his zone, he does make a lot of reflecting type beats for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So we are out, motherfuckers.